Hey guys, it's Jonah, aka Jonah Finned. Welcome to the second top 3 series video. This time we're going to be talking about my top 3 favorite cars. Remember, these are my top 3 favorite cars, so feel free to comment down your own favorite cars, but just respect that this is my opinion. So I hope you enjoy. So up for car number 3 is the Turismo R. I really like the way this looks. As you can see, the stats are pretty decent. I have not really upgraded this car a lot. It's technically, you can call it street new. I did add turbo to it, and all those customizable outside options. But this is a really beautiful car. It is worth the money. Yeah, so now for this test, we will be testing how it drives, the traction. We'll not be testing too much off-road since these are sports cars and they should stay on the road because it's illegal to drive. I don't know, but anyways, it has pretty good acceleration. You can drive it around. It has insanely good traction. And even if you do crash into a person, they will fly over your car, which is really funny. Well, it handles okay on off-road, although it can get kind of dodgy. It will be hard to drive around a little bit, but this is also, again, I will repeat, this is not mainly off-road. Maybe in another episode. Oh my gosh. So the traction is really good. You can just really hard to lose control, and drifting is decent, although it is really hard to get used to. Supercars, they're not really meant to drift around, but still it's cool to show off your drifting skills. So to drift, it requires some practice, just like my pro drift right there. That was not even a drift. Well, yeah, this car, this is the reason why it's in my top 3 as number 3, because it is a really nice looking car. It is worth the money. It is a really good car to have. And up for car number 2 is the Pegassi Infernus. This is my second favorite car, well, because it's the second on the list, and I really enjoy this car. I'm really glad I bought it. It is around 440,000, and stats were nice, as you just saw a few seconds ago. And do bear in mind, again, this car is almost street new, just got from the street, and, well, from the shop really, except for turbo. So let's just start the test. So driving's pretty decent. Drifting is pretty hard. The traction is insanely good, as you just saw my friend trying to wipe me out, but I easily regained control, which is a really good sign for a car, because if you're doing races, you don't want to just wipe out in like half a second. This is also another reason why I do not like the Adder. You will be wiped out like instantly. You touch a rock and you're gone. Well, let's get back to the Infernus. The Infernus, I just like the way it looks too. It looks really cool, especially the Pokeballs at the back that I don't have at the moment because my friend decided it was a good idea to just smash into them. Well, drifting is kind of hard because it's a supercar, and usually supercars don't have decent drifting because they're supercars. Yeah, so just flatten that guy. The braking is kind of decent, as you can see right there. Yeah, and the acceleration after that, it is also really good. And this car, I really think it's worth the money. And last but not least, it is the Overflawed Entity, my personal favorite vehicle. One reason why it might be my favorite vehicle is because it was the first vehicle I ever got, and that usually the first thing you get, it just stays in your brain. Well, enough gibberty jabberty, I don't know what that meant. Let's talk about the handling. The handling of this car is insanely good. I can just drive around corners without crashing, but this tree is in my way, so I blame the tree, not my car. But I have had a lot of practice with this car. It is a really good car. Drifting, just a bit easier than other cars, but although it's still a supercar, the drifting is pretty hard still because it's not really meant for drifting. It's more for speed and turning. Not drift turning, just like sharp turns. Like on this car, you trust me, you will not regret buying it because it is just really fast. And remember, this also my Entity, it's not maxed out at all. And even with the Adder, usually Adders are insanely fast, but Adders, they lose control so easily. You can't even drift with them. Like, it starts drifting when you press the drive button because it's that sensitive. And I have won multiple races with this against an Adder because this car is amazing. You should go ahead right now and just buy it. Unless you're a cheater, you can just cheat it in. But I don't know. Just don't cheat. Thank you guys for watching this video. Remember to comment your top 3 favorite cars. Like this video and subscribe if you're new.